Hello, hello. How's it going, everybody? Hi. I see so many people in the chat again. Hello. Hope you're all doing well. Thanks so much for tuning in. Wherever you are in the world, good to see you. It's finally time for Song Challenge 38. 38. And we're going to listen to a bunch of your Song Challenge submissions. Hell yeah. Of course, if you're new here, every month I host the Songwriting Challenge together with my friends. And your task is to make a song using its creative restriction. If you're a musician of any skill level, you're very much invited to participate. And you can do so by joining our Discord, which you can find in the description, the good old description. So today we're going to listen to your songs based on this month's creative prompt, which was to write a song with an additive chorus. And whatever that might be, we'll tell you very shortly. But before we head in, of course, I'd like to remind you that I have a wonderful Patreon campaign that you can join, and Patreon supporters enjoy a lot of extras, such as monthly creative workshops, original songs, sample packs, a bunch of other cool perks. You should check it out. It's pretty nice. Pretty nice. There's no sponsors for this, so of course, I rely on you and your generous support, so please go check that out. Today I'm joined by my friends, Ben and Jess. Please give them a warm welcome. Hi, hello. Oh, you might have to move your camera a tiny bit if you can. Ben and Jess. Hello.
Hello, my name is Ben Levin. I'm 34 years old. I'm from the United States of America.
I'm Jessica Kaya, and I'm 32 years old. I'm from the United States of America.
Hell yeah.
My name is Ben Levin. I'm 34 years old, and I am from the United States of America.
34.
That's right.
Not bad.
Not bad. Well done.
My name is Ben. Yeah, it's fine the way it is. I'm going to be 35 next year.
Yeah.
And our wedding turned 5 years old 2 days ago.
We had our
Congratulations.
5th wedding anniversary. And I have to say, the love is fading. It's not as good as the 4th anniversary.
No.
But
Yeah.
Well, Jessica's like,
How was the third one?
being stingy. The third one sucked.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's not
We're better
just a
than the
steady
third one.
decline. 6 could be good again.
Yeah. 6 could be good again.
Okay.
I'm not holding my breath, but
That's hopeful.
yeah,
That's
holding your
good.
breath sucks.
True. Well,
Thank you.
welcome to the stream once again. Additive chorus. I think, Jess, you can explain best what this is, if you're up for it.
Sure. So, yeah, the idea came to me when I was listening to a Vampire Weekend song where I realized every time this one section came around, it had more lines. And it's a really cool way to do it because, like, you keep them on their toes until they get to the end of the song, and then they get the whole phrase, and it all makes sense. And
Right.
there's a great St. Vincent song also where there's like a pre-chorus where it's the one where the music video is where she gets kidnapped by a family, and it's a really cool one. And each time the pre-chorus comes around, it goes, bodies, can't you tell what everybody wants from me? And then the next time, you could want them to be happy. Yeah, and each time it gets longer. It's great. It's a cool additive thing that I was inspired by. I'm really excited to see what y'all did with it.
I think it's called Cruel, that song.
It is called Cruel.
Yeah.
Good job, Hugo.
It's a cool way to do a beat too. You know what I mean? Each time adding a little more.
But yeah.
Pizza's always cool, to be fair. Also, Meshuggah riffs, very much additive, I would say.
Mhm.
I also can you hold my guitar while I do a thing really quick?
I scared our dog.
Oh, okay.
You mean hold this?
Yeah, hold the mic. This is one from a song I wrote on my upcoming album. It goes
Nice.
like, it's just a little riff. It goes like this. Just like that.
Ida booba.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Was that part of your idea of writing an additive piece, or did it just come up like that? Did you set out to like write an additive?
I may have. I really don't remember, but I definitely noticed that I did it when I was writing it. I was like, oh yeah, this is that thing. Yeah.
Cool. That's nice.
Yeah.
Good example. I should add that we did announce this in Ben's stream and in the Discord, but if you did not catch it for some reason, we are listening to a selection of the songs today, which means that there will be an opportunity on Friday to have a full listening party experience in the Discord hosted by our dear Sumika. So please go and check that out. Join the Discord. It's a good place to be. Yeah, we'll announce that, of course, later this week. But that's coming up. Don't forget. It'll be fun. So we're listening to selection today. I think I selected 5 of them out of the whole bunch. And yeah, I'm excited to dive in.
Can't wait to do a better job talking about the songs.
Yeah.
Now I have to prove myself. I'm like, all right.
That's
so
true.
we're like, yeah, we're gonna do fewer songs, but we'll give better feedback, and we'll have, we'll be less exhausted and
Less
it'll be
tired.
better. Now
That's
we gotta.
the whole idea.
We have to rise to the promise.
Oops, I had only decaf coffee today.
Oh, damn
Uh-oh.
it. Jessica is out.
No,
for the
it's
count.
okay.
No, it's not.
I'm out.
Operating
I'm
at
out.
66% this stream. I have a headache, so maybe you're going to have to be the one that saves us, Ben. You're carrying the stream today. We're counting on you.
I was made for this. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the stream. My name is Ben Levin. I'm 34 years old. I'm from the United States of America, and I cannot wait to tell you more about your songs because there's fewer of them. I'm going to tell you so much about your song. I'm going to tell you what I liked, what I didn't like, and what I wish was different. And what I was thinking
Yep.
when I wrote it.
Perfect. Friday, which time again? We'll announce more, but I think probably around same. Oh yeah, Sumika said
Sumika's got it.
same time stream tonight. So same time on Friday.
Thank you, Sumika. Bless your soul.
Yeah,
Thank you.
what
I
a
hope-
great thing to do.
I hope you never die and that I die right away.
After the stream.
Yeah. From
Yeah.
something cool, like too many maraschino cherries, or I don't know, something cool.
much
Oh,
cool
suddenly
music.
allergic to my favorite food.
Mm.
That'd be cool.
That'd be sick.
You get to
At
eat
least
it.
you enjoyed the food, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Well, what we could do is we could start with a song.
Let's do that. Let's prove
sound good.
ourselves.
We have
Mhm.
a
Yes.
song from Mika Allen Book, and it's called Dust Collector. It's a pretty neat title, I must say.
I'm going to take notes. That's why I'll be typing.
Excellent. Now, let me know if you can hear this, but I believe you can. Enjoy.
All right, cool.
Very nice.
Nice.
Very nice.
All righty. I'm like, who's gonna go first? Usually I just start yapping. I like to listen.
Well, there was a
ever
clear additive chorus here, in that each time we had that second section, it got a bit longer. There was like an extension of the chord progression happening. That was cool. Added more tension to it. There was a really nice like borrowed chord type of thing happening, which added some nice tension to the piece. In that what I would call a chorus, I guess.
Dun dun da 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 dun dun. Is that what you're identifying as chorus?
Actually, what we can do now is we can go back to songs. We can scroll back.
Scroll.
Let's see.
Scroll.
This part. Where it's like the same major chord, but up a half step. And then back to, I guess, a verse or whatever. Or section A,
okay.
you know.
I think of section A as the chorus, but that's just
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
that's just me. That's just literally only me.
It was me as well.
Oh, 2 against 1. You're right. It's the chorus.
One thing I liked a lot was that the rhythm is like rocking chair, kind of like din, 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 din. Sometimes the way that it pushes and pulls has the feeling of like being on a boat. This is like a swamp song.
Definitely swamp song.
Swamp vibes. Yeah, it's like you're on a swamp boat.
It's a little dark, like in vibe.
Thank you for saying that. Yeah, dark in vibe, like a swamp would be at night.
But still also had a bit of that Western thing. I feel like Mika has been on a Western roll. With recent
I
tracks.
think it's like the guitars are like surfy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one thing I would suggest production-wise is that the drums and the bass have more to do with each other on the A section / chorus. And this doesn't mean that the bass like doubles all those tom hits or anything like that, but it's like dun da 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 dun dun, right? Like that thing. If it was like dum dum ba da da ba bum bum, so the drums have like a boom did toms thing happening. If it was like dum 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 dum, and then you had the bass go hard on the dum dum ding, because I think the bass is generally doubling the guitar melody, but this way you could relate it to the drums and the guitar melody. Big hits with the drums, then guitar melody. Big hits with the drums, then guitar melody. I think that the low end, low mids could use some filling out, and that would be a way to do it. Sometimes with the bass, if it feels like it needs more bass, it's not that that actually needs louder bass or like a different tone of the bass. It could be that the part is ambiguous and you need to de-ambiguate it, because like you perceive the bass more if you can like comprehend what you're hearing, and it's easier to make it feel that way. Like it'd be really hard to make someone comprehend like, so like this would make the tune sound like it doesn't have a lot of low end, even though that has lots of low end in the tone, because it just, you wouldn't like register it right. But if I go like that feels like more low end, even though it's actually less than what I was just doing.
Yeah.
Very good point.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, purely by emphasizing with rhythm.
Yes. Yeah. Can you play that A section
and like
one more time?
root, you know.
Yeah. Dum, dum, ba-da, boom, boom. Yeah. So in the melody, it's like dot dot, and that's what I would do. Is I'd go like bass, bass, dot, and then everything else is the same as it is now, but it'd just be like bass, bass. And that would be how I'd achieve what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I have some advice for the B section, because you have a really cool lead guitar going in the A. And I kind of miss it a little bit in the B section. Not that I think it should be as busy, because I think that contrast is good, but just the fact that there is not much of a lead, I suppose, in the B section. I think that would be cool there. Also, because you have such a unique opportunity there with that borrowed chord. So melodically or harmonically even, you could do some interesting stuff there where you kind of go out a bit in comparison to what happened in the A section. It's just a neat way to develop melodies that you couldn't otherwise. So I think like little moments like that, because you set yourself up for like really unique, interesting moments, I would capitalize on that a little bit more there. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, I agree with John. Yeah, there's room for vocals, or it feels extra open. Which I don't know. It just like lots of stuff. When you got like a blank canvas, you just want to fill it, and give it like a central focus point. Yeah.
With instrumental music, I think the tendency for people in the context of, I guess, our group of our community, people I run into, YouTube comments, like in just like my cloud of life, people tend to relate instrumental music to imagery very naturally. And so it sounds empty when it's not paired with another medium, I think, to a lot of the time. Like, I'm not saying this is good or bad, but it seems to me like now if I'm, how people are like, that sounds like video game music. I think that's because when we don't hear vocals, we're hearing instrumental music that is reminding us of visuals or evoking visuals. And so this piece, I'm thinking of the swamp, I'm thinking of the boat. And then like if it was with vocals, I'd be thinking about the person singing and what they're saying or the vibe of the character. But here I'm thinking of more of a setting and an atmosphere. So like that space you're saying to filling it would, like one way to fill it would be not with sound, but with imagery. It's a weird thing with instrumental music now. It's like it does sound empty without vocals to me a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And then I fill it in with imagery.
Yeah, I don't think that's necessarily a fault of the composition. That's just like the cultural expectation of the kind of music you're making.
Exactly.
But that is a very good point. That's something to keep in mind. If you make ambient music, right? Like, you got to kind of be conscious what your target there is. Like, what is the music for? Where does it end up?
I feel like I'm physically unable to make ambient music, or if I made it, I would not be able to listen back to see if it's any good. Like I couldn't get through a track.
I get that. Yeah.
How do people who write ambient music, how do they like listen back and be like, all right, it's good?
It probably isn't right, but maybe they smoke weed.
Oh my
God. That's bad.
That's not good. I did an ambient EP, but it was just like, it feels like a vibe. Feels it. I can chill on this. It's good. It's a very different criterion. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's not like, it really conveyed that specific emotion and story I wanted to tell. No, it's just like
this to sound like orange Fanta soda.
It's like that'd be a fun prompt. Make a song that feels like orange Fanta soda.
Pick your favorite soda, name your track that, and if I don't taste the soda when I hear your music,
you failed.
Come back.
It made me like almost taste it. Just you saying that, I was like, I know that tastes very well.
I'm great at liquid.
That's great.
Yeah.
Cool. That's cool.
Yep. Well, I think we lived up to our hype.
Yes.
That was a good discussion of the song.
Yes. I approve. I hope Mika approves. Also, keep in mind, like, of course, we don't know exactly what your target was other than making a song for the song challenge. So, like, of course, this will be very subjective.
Yep.
So take it with a grain of salt. Maybe it applies to you. Maybe you're like, hey, that wasn't what I was going for at all. Maybe it's good advice for a different song, but not this one. Oh, it's cool too.
Yeah.
But also, I wanted to say that Ben's idea of the bass with the kick drum in that specific example, doing stuff like that as a bass player, like totally changed everything for me. Just like thinking of the drums as like basically I am like adding a note to their hits. And often when I would play in Bentley, I would like even stop my notes at the same time. I couldn't hear the drums like ringing out anymore. Like I would try so hard to be like, I am like the tone, like the note of your resonance. And like thinking of it that way was really cool. And I highly recommend at least experimenting with the drums and bass, having that kind of relationship.
Yeah, that's nice.
Nice. Yeah. You can physically feel the difference.
Yeah.
Song challenge for Ben, make an ambient track.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Maybe
could be a
that's
cool
something we'll
stream.
do in here in general. Yeah. Yeah, I do intend to do that someday once I well,
Once you smoke some weed.
once I was gonna say like once I like figure out my ADHD stuff, but like I don't know. I just have to become obsessed with ambient.
Maybe that's it. Maybe that's how you figure it out. You just smoke weed and make ambient music.
Yeah.
ADHD gone.
Ben would be
Fixed.
so different. I couldn't handle Ben listening to ambient music and making. I would just that would be so weird. I'd ask for a divorce.
Yeah, well, whatever. I don't care about that kind of thing. I'm all about the music. For me, my priorities are number 1, music. Number 2, our dog. Number 3, Jessica, and only on certain days.
I'll let him out.
Only on Sunday. On the day of the Lord.
Most people, they want to, if they're gonna get married, and they, if you're gonna marry some kind of wife, you don't want a piss wife. Yeah, you don't want a piss wife. Like, not everybody wants to marry a wife, believe it or not. It's 2023, whatever. But
crazy times.
No problem with that. But it's, but that's not me. I'm not like that. I married a wife, but I married a piss wife. So.
You're lucky she's gone.
Good morning, Nini.
Lucky she didn't hear that.
Yeah, if she heard that I married a piss wife, and I'm talking about her. Oh my God.
Yeah, that'd be trouble.
Yeah, someday.
Speaking of ambient
What
music,
y'all talking about?
what kind of music have you been working on?
This? Well, I just tried to write something for this stream, but it was too cool and it was turning into something else. So,
oh shit!
not that this
It was
challenge
too good.
isn't
You couldn't
cool.
drop it.
No, what it was she couldn't do the challenge, right?
It didn't meet the criteria. Well, I guess it technically does. It technically does, but it's kind of subtle.
Okay.
And
it's too
I don't
good.
know.
It's too good for these people.
No,
They
could
don't
go
deserve
up
it.
and
the wrong words.
I could go up
said the wrong
and
words.
bounce it and send it to Hugo if we want to at the end. I don't know.
Once more, big inhale. And exhale.
See?
See, he's on his way to becoming an ambient guy.
And exhale.
Yeah.
This is how it starts. It starts with the meditation.
Ambient guy.
Yeah.
And exhale.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so but there's new music coming.
Yeah.
Wow, that's good.
My album's done.
My album's done.
When's it coming out?
September 5th.
Very nice. That's a little over
So
a week
soon.
from now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A week from tomorrow.
Nice.
Makes me sweaty thinking about that.
Are you gonna
album.
do a big release party?
I'm doing a listening party where it's happening with a group near Boston, but also it's just an idea to like start the music together while people go to a nature spot. So like the idea is it's good to listen to the album in nature and press play at the same time, even though it's not like a stream or a thing like that. I just think it'd be cool to know that lots of people are listening at once. So that'll be at noon o'clock on Saturday, the 9th of September, Eastern Time.
It's an amazing album.
And the album will already have been out for a few days, but that's the time when like intentional listening. I think I might even make like a real quick video being like,
yeah, you should announce it.
Device and headphones and
That's
make sure you're charged. Go to Woods, press play with us.
Yeah.
You know?
Noon Eastern time?
Yep. That's it.
I wrote it down.
I'll tell you, it's the best album to come out of this household.
Oh, thank you.
We like to rank our stuff.
Yeah, we like to rank it. We have a wall.
Yeah. But it is super, super good. It's super good. We were listening.
Are you flattering her so that, you know, when your album comes out,
the divorce goes better? Oh. Well, yeah, no, when my album comes out, that'll be even better than hers. Hers will suck after that. She's got about 2 months to enjoy having a good album. Then mine is going to come out.
Ben's going to come out. He's going to knock mine out of first place, and I have to do the dishes.
Your album's going to delete itself off of Spotify. When my album comes out, Spotify server will crash. Mark my words.
When's that? I want to see Spotify crash. I want to see that.
Maybe in like November.
Okay. You're not sure yet?
I have to. Well, the album's all mixed beautifully, and I'm making the movie for it now. So once I'm done animating the whole thing, that's when I'll put it out.
It's so good.
Thank you.
I love it.
It's 10 songs.
It's amazing.
Oh, no. So that's full length.
Yep.
Oh, cool.
Mine's 10 songs.
We're 20 songs this year.
20 songs richer in the house.
My God.
Yeah.
You know, 3 of the songs are from the song challenge.
That's true.
Oh, cool.
They're sounding great.
I'm
you remember
the best
which
of
challenges?
Yeah, the riff song, the like
Daddy
the
Daughter
instrumental
Dance?
hook. No, but I'm gonna put that out someday. It didn't fit this album.
It'd
But
be bonus track on Patreon.
yeah.
Go sign up for
I think that song deserves a video. Like that's more like that's more like a get all the animated guys to do fun stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was the riff challenge where we have the instrumental riff as the hook, and then it was the challenge with one instrument and vocals, and well, was it that the riff is the hook, or that there is a riff, or like there's one that's an instrumental hook and then there's a riff? Are those 2 separate challenges?
I think we just did the hook thing.
Well,
or
I don't
the riff.
remember. 2 of them could be that, but it's like
We've done too many.
the fuck one. No,
fuck one.
not fuck. It's
We had a
what's
fuck
it called?
challenge.
It's the pasta pile.
That's a different.
The pasta pile.
Pasta pile.
The Mr. Bill thing.
Oh, the
What's
mud
that called?
pie.
Mud pie.
Mud
Yeah.
pie.
The mud pie. Yeah, the mud pie one I used. Thank you. Yeah.
Also known as the
one.
fuck challenge.
I just got mud pie confused with awesome sex.
That's the next challenge, by the way, is to make a song in honor of Let's Get It On about sex, but doesn't say anything explicit.
Yeah.
It just is all about it, and it's for putting on while you do it.
I love that. I love the idea of people having sex.
That would be great, actually. Can you imagine how uncomfortable everyone would be to make a song?
Yeah.
Write the most sexy song you can. Irresistibly sexy song.
You're completely unattractive to me. Why don't you just stop it? No, it's a piss wife.
Oh my God. Can't believe
Yeah,
you just
so-
said that for the first time today.
Yeah. So what's the next song?
The next song is a very good question. Is a song from John Sibyl, aka Parasocial, and it's called Down. And it
Cool.
sounds like this.
Down, down, down. Plug me from the ground. Down, down, down. You're sinking fast now, but still I hear you somehow. A murmur beneath the doubt. Down, down, down. Positions become nouns. The cracks in the walls are watching you. Welcoming, whispering. What if everything you thought you knew was true? Down, down, down. Can you hear the sound as you drown, drown, lost and found, and still we sing somehow. Waves keep crashing down. The cracks in the walls are watching you, beckoning a reckoning, but let the sound seep through. Oh, now I see the way that I walked along, a path been withdrawn. So I follow the song back to the depths that you've gone. So hold on, I'll be there before long. And follow the ocean home. If that's what it takes, I'll be by your side.
Nice. Whose song was this?
John Sibyl.
Hell yeah. I thought so.
John
That was
Sibyl.
great.
That's like
Hell
the
yeah.
epicest John Sibyl yet.
For sure, I
feel like-
agree.
yeah.
Nice
John
surprise on
Sibyl-
the screen. I didn't expect that, John.
Yeah, really cool.
That was cool.
I just remember John Sibyl, like, wasn't there a time where he wasn't singing and then he like started like kind of not too long ago doing it on the tracks, and then
Yes.
yeah, now they're like
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
super
good.
confident, like really
Yeah.
good artistic choices. Really,
A lot of good backing vocals also. Good harmonies.
Yeah.
yeah, good harmonies. Yeah, it's hard to harmonize good.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
find personally. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
really impressed with the vocal dynamics, vocal performance. You can tell John Sibyl's been doing a lot of experimenting and coming up with cool ideas. I like the low pass section where there's low pass on everything except the vocals.
Yep.
When that
Yeah.
happens, you have so much space for the vocals that if you wanted to do some like effects on the vocals, maybe a little ambience or like some different tone there on the vocals, like you can get away with a lot of more like layers when you low pass the track like that. If you think about like hip hop artists, when they have a really low pass kind of thing behind the vocals, there's usually a bit more wetness on them in some way. It's like a time when the wetness doesn't make the vocals muddy and it doesn't make them go away because there's nothing to compete with them. So it's something you could play around with there.
Right.
And the vocals, like when the screaming happens and everything, I feel like the levels are great because you're like getting overwhelmed by the guitars and the drums a little bit in a good way, like where it sounds like really intense. Whereas if the vocals were a lot louder than everything else, then even though they're intense vocals, it would just make the track sound small in comparison. But in the choruses, besides the bridge, I do think if you just like compare the vocal level to the guitar and drums levels, you might want to turn up the vocals slightly. This is a subtle critique, not a they need to be a lot louder. It's like a little bit, just a little more impact.
Yeah, I agree. I've worked with John Sewell in a lot on this, so I don't have too much to say today. But I agree with you. It's a good point. In the first transition, I'm actually not sure if I would keep the bass in there. I feel like you could create a bit more contrast. There was like nitpicky small things to help the contrast. But yeah, this came out great. Also, that scream is a cool surprise.
It's really good.
Oh yeah, I thought the dynamics and like the builds were so effective. Like it's cool that the chorus kept like going, and then we got to like a quiet bridge, and then we got to the loud bridge, and yeah, it just for some reason a lot of people don't make music that's like that dynamic, and it feels so good. And I just loved it. I also really liked the filter stuff. I liked the bass stuff. That I feel like there were some really cool like open sections like right before like transitions where like I heard a really cool like just slide down into the next section that was really tasteful. And yeah, it was great. I really loved it.
Yeah, transitions was a big one for this one, as we worked hard on writing better transitions during this project. And I think you did great. These were really nice. They turned out well.
Yeah. Cool bass and drum together, like little riffs. I felt like these like little moments like where they're like
yeah, and there's like a cool breakbeat drum thing at some point in the chorus buildup that I hadn't heard before. That was very cool. Tiny bit disappointed really that you removed the producer tags though, John Sewell. At some point he had
like shouting and stuff
in the breakdown or something. He had like John Sewell. But he took it out. What the hell? It didn't make it.
The guitar writing was really good in that, and specifically that it added to the percussive like relationship, like the call and response with the drums. I liked how the guitar related to the drums, and there is one thing at the end of like the big bridge. It's like just a few hits, like da dum or something, like da dum 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 or something like that. I just wrote dum 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 dum, so dum 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 or something like that. I don't know, but sounds like that's getting lost a little because it's coming from heavy, distorted, low chug chug guitars in a time when they're like kind of masked, and so you might want to actually play that part as like more like Dillinger or like like new, like high up, like like that kind of that way you get that rhythm.
Yeah, like
don't
half
think so.
steps
Yeah.
apart. Yeah.
It's shrieky, high stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a cool idea. Nice.
That definitely a big moment there for John Sewell and John Sewell history. I just feel like John wasn't submitting tracks for a while. It was more just a nice part of the crew giving good feedback and stuff.
Yeah.
And then started doing tracks, and now look at this.
Exactly.
That banger.
He's been hiding them. He's been working hard, but yeah, not submitting. So I'm glad you finally did again. This is very good.
Yeah, it's better to put this stuff out. At least in this kind of context, showing it to people, that's always better.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, good feedback. That was good.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
have
right.
energy. Like I'm like I don't have to do, since I'm not going to be doing this 15 times for 4 hours, I can like exert a lot of
Actually
thought.
articulate
Yeah.
everything and
Yeah.
Yeah.
And hopefully everybody learns
It
something.
feels good in my brain.
Mhm.
Yeah. Hell.
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 It's awesome. Oh, yeah.
Should we go straight to the third one?
Mhm.
Let's do it.
We have a beautiful track from Reno Mams, who did a song with his sister, I believe.
Wow.
Aw.
Anupama. I hope I'm not butchering that. And it's called Nest Away.
Nice.
I'll be going away. Just taking my chances. I've been locked inside my brain. Occasional glances. I've been breaking away. But dark is my path, and I go to the other side. My throne
cool family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I had a cool family like that.
It's really neat. Yeah, like the something Mams does when he sings is he's got a very like emotionally like present voice where you really can like feel and hear his personality like in the way he sings. It's not like he's being like super careful to like sing like very clean, straight like do you like Sufjan, you know, yeah, I love Sufjan, but it's not like everybody's gotta be inoffensive with our notes. But he's got like a sort of big personality in his voice, and so does his sister. And it's really cool. I like the way she delivers the emotion is really powerful. It kind of reminds me of Kurt Cobain a little.
Yeah.
In a great way.
Yep.
And I could hear them harmonizing really great. And I sort of wanted to hear that in the bridge. Maybe Mam's harmonizing vocals.
I can see that. Yeah.
I have other stuff, but I'll leave that for now.
No, that's good. This was beautiful collaboration with your sister. I really liked it. And the thing you talked about, Ben, in the first track, I think that happened nicely here where the bass accentuates the percussion in a way.
It is the percussion.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But it also had this nice element of it to it where it like speeds up and really drives and adds a lot of energy to the track in the second half, which I thought was a really nice usage of the bass. Yeah, that was awesome.
The bass is the drums in this one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt like the first 2 times the chorus happened, there was like the bass doing like a groovy rhythm, and then like the guitar doing like that like faster like 8th note like da 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 da. And I felt like a little bit of a disconnect there, like they could be doing the same thing. And maybe to make the impact strongest on that last chorus, maybe the guitar is joining the bass in the groovy rhythm more, and maybe a little bit simpler bass parts while the chorus is happening. I felt like it might be just a mixing thing, but I was like really honed in on the bass more than I was about the melody and everything and the lyrics in the chorus.
I have a thing for that.
Yeah.
Do you want to?
No, go ahead, yeah.
I think Shaker would fix that issue, because I think that what the bass is doing and what the guitar is doing, they go well together, but the guitar is the way strumming works, unless you're doing a lot of ticka-tickas, sometimes you need more transients. Sometimes you need more ticka-ticka from the strum, but the guitar also is big and open there, which is important. So doubling it with a shaker, I think, would be powerful. So in chorus 1, when the guitar starts to play 16ths and strum, shaker, 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 then they're like a unified block, and the bass can do more adventurous rhythms. But then I would keep the shaker in the next verse, because the guitar goes back. So like you'd have a in the second verse.
That's cool.
I was thinking about something similar, actually. I was also thinking about how the track is kind of, very bass heavy, obviously, but the result is that it becomes a tiny bit dull. Like you're not fully using the entire frequency spectrum. Like the really high highs are missing a bit. And you can actually see this if you put an EQ on your track. And maybe I can show this.
That's a good idea.
Cool.
Let's see. So let me bring this up. You can see my DAW now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you can see that your EQ, let's take a bit further in the track. I think it's the case everywhere. Very much a slope, like it really descends the more we go to the right. So basically what that means, if you're unfamiliar with reading these kind of things, this is the frequency spectrum, and the further you go to the left, the more of the bass notes you see. further you go to the right, the higher the notes are that you see. And so there's clearly like way less high notes happening, high frequencies, I should say, happening in the track. So the shaker is a cool idea to kind of resolve that and add some of that in, because that's, in this case, a relatively unused part of your frequency spectrum. But you could also like boost the highs a bit on the guitar, for example, to bump that up a bit and bring a bit more of that bright energy to the track, that I feel now is maybe missing a tiny bit.
Third option is to make the bass a little more guitar-y and the guitar a little more dark. So like there's some more light high end in the bass, because this is a very like bass, but it could, because of how percussive the part is, it could be more of a beep beep bass. Like so like it could be like there's a little in it. And you could do that with your toe knob and your fingers too, but like an EQ, and since it's already been recorded. And then like what Hugo was showing, I think part of it is like if you just muted the bass, then you would just see a ton of high end in the track, and like it could be that there's not a lot of high end, but also could be just there's a ton of bass. It's and that's all up to you, the art person.
But I particularly loved the like verse section that had those like drone bass, and while the guitar had like more of a melody riffy roll. That was really special, and I felt like it was like everything was sitting in a nice place during those sections. Let's see. I think that's all. I also just loved the guitar melody stuff in the sections, and I also felt that like drivingness in the third chorus, and just like that's exciting to me, that when everything comes together, because I was like earlier I was like, oh, it'd be cool if they came together, and then I was like, yes, man,
there they are.
Maybe double the dum da dum hits. The dum da dum, I think, is what the hits are in the bridge. Maybe double those with percussion. And one thing I really liked about the vocals was also the effects you had on them,
like the delay. That was really nice.
I think like some distortion or compression, something kind of subtle there, because when it might just be happening into the interface, but sometimes at the like top and higher part of a range, it would got this nice little bit of fuzz, like little bit of dirty, like breaking up just a little, and it was really nice.
Cool.
I would encourage you to consider also, in general, on the choruses, double that guitar part with another acoustic, same guitar, just doubled.
Yeah.
Just always sounds better. It's just magic
For the big stuff, yeah. Unless you got too many instruments, but you don't. It's pretty sparse.
Yeah.
It's a good number of instruments.
Speaking of
Really
Sufjan,
cool.
It's a really cool track. Have you listened to the new Sufjan track?
Yes.
The track, yeah. The album's not out yet, right?
I
I don't think so.
Lyric video. Did you see the lyric video for it?
I I don't remember it.
It was like a canvas that was like covered in tape, and it was like kind of like stop motion, like all the tape is like all these different colors, and like the stop motion, like some parts appear and disappear, and it just kind of goes back and forth, but with a nice rhythm, and it's so simple, but it's beautiful.
I don't think I saw it, but I'll have to look that up. It's a beautiful track also.
Yes, it is.
He's
so good.
Form.
Yeah, right. He always does that. He goes and puts out he like 2 for me, 1 for you, you know.
He's very like that. I feel Ben, but I think I can speak for you both, Ben and I feel like the song The Ascension from the album The Ascension is like Sufjan's like most Sufjanist song, that's like it's like all of him.
Yeah, his
It's
whole
beautiful.
history up to that point
Yeah.
summarized.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's
But
really-
now it strikes me far too late again that I was asking for too much of everyone around me. It's like good reflection.
Yeah.
Reflective song.
Yeah.
But
And
now-
I was angry and depressed.
I'm gonna have to listen to that album again.
Oh, it's so good.
What's your favorite Sufjan record though?
The Age of Odds and all the other
Okay.
people.
I think mine might. I mean, they're all like in the high 90s, so it's like, okay, we're talking one more point or something. But I feel like Carrie and Lowell, like,
Right.
just, I think it's because it's the most recent one that I listened to like over and over and over again. But I mean, I love them all. He's amazing.
I figured, Ben, you would go for Illinois. For
It's
some
really
reason.
good.
We listened to that one so much. The first time I went to St. Louis.
Yep.
I have so many memories of our early days.
Yeah, we went to see that movie Black Swan, and Jessica lost her hat in the snow, and I went back out of the movie theater to go find her hat, and I was listening to it in the snow, in the cold, with all the snow coming down, looking for her hat, and I was listening to the Predatory Wasp of the Palisades, and I found her hat. It's a memory in my life.
Damn. Okay.
And you missed like 20 minutes of Black Swan.
Yeah, but I don't like sports anyway.
That's a good movie though. I liked it.
It's good.
If,
Yeah.
if it weren't a sport, I'd be into it.
That makes sense. Yes.
Thank you. Yeah,
Damn sports.
exactly.
Unbelievable.
Love that I hate sports. What a good boy. We have a really cool dog. We just got this doggy February 2022. His
Oh,
name's
really?
Hinani.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a little pitty.
Hinani, you
He's so
said?
good.
Yeah, he's so
It's a Hebrew word.
cute.
Yeah.
He cuddles with
He's
us.
so sweet. Yeah. Oh, actually, when we first got him, I don't know if you probably didn't notice because we didn't say anything, but
Yeah, I didn't know
he
you had
was
a
just,
dog.
Like, I had to like go tend to like, make sure everything was cool all the
Mm.
time. Now he just like feels so at home at his home. It is his home. This is Hinani's house.
Nice.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's great.
You
What does
I'll
the
be
name
posting
mean?
about
I don't think you've told us yet.
Yeah, it means here am I. It's a Hebrew word, and it's like here I am to meet my calling, to be like my full self, to come to the moment it's all been leading to this, and here I
Yeah.
am.
We got it from the Leonard Cohen
Manifested.
song.
Yeah, exactly. It's from a Leonard Cohen song called "You Want It Darker."
That's
Where
a
he says, "Hey nene," he says, "Hey nene, I'm ready, my lord."
Wow, that's a really good impression. Oh my god.
It is.
I'm ready, my lord.
Damn. That is it.
Every Jew sounds the same. Was that me laughing or you? That- yeah.
Uncanny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
So
have a
similar.
new GPS navigator on Waze that is a yeshiva guy, yeshiva student. Yeshiva is like a rabbi school.
Okay.
And he goes, turn left, or like in, what is it? I gotta find it. Oh, here.
It's
I'll
amazing.
navigate to somewhere. I go to Plant City.
Let's go.
No.
Oh no.
How do you get the voice?
I
Let's
got you.
go.
That's not a yeshiva student. A
Oh.
yeshiva student would never say that.
Would never say
No.
let's go.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Chazal say when you don't know, make a right.
There you go.
Beautiful.
That's what he said.
Oh
And then he'd be like, "And 0.1 mile.
yeah, mile. Take a left in
Yeah.
1 mile. Yeah.
There's a police ahead.
Very funny.
Yeah.
We love
You
our
get
new
to hear when
GPS.
there's
Love our
police.
new dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, Waze is good
Oh.
for that. It's very accurate.
And when there's something in the road,
yeah.
which is crazy.
Yeah,
It's
but
really helpful.
I slowed myself down around police right in time thanks to that Waze app. I want to say thank you for that app. I don't want to visit from the
Not going to jail
steal-
yet.
They steal your body. They steal people from their homes.
Yeah, Witch King, new dog. Unbelievable.
Inani 11 or Cayenne 11. Yeah, very good. Very good doggy, actually. I love him so much.
It's a good purchase.
Yes, a 5-star review. Yes. Oh my god, he could have been like, what was it like? What? How much was he gonna cost? Like $50 or $40? Like they're ridiculously cheap.
That's
I
really
think it's like
cheap.
70. Yeah.
Yeah, but we
I don't know what they
we're like-
normally cost, but that seems cheap.
Yeah, like
It
in
it
Massachusetts
is.
it's like $350, but in Ohio it's like very cheap.
It may
'cause
have
they
been
have too many.
80. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like
but-
70 or 80. And we gave what it would be in Massachusetts
Yeah.
to the shelter because they do such a great job.
Like buying your dog is just crazy because it's like if you bought your baby or something, which people actually do when they adopt kids. It's like millions of dollars.
Right.
Okay. Really? Okay. So I have some
Not literally,
backstory.
it's like hundreds of thousands. But yes,
So my computer charger died on Sunday when I was finishing my grant and it was due that day. So I had to go to the Apple store to get a new charger cable. And the closest Apple store is in the mall, which is very weird to go to. So I went to the mall, I'm walking through the mall, getting my charger cable, and I see all these kids on these little like mall sized like billboards, like they're like standing up billboards. And so I looked at them the first time I walked past them. On my way back to my car, I looked at them more and it was like telling you like about the kid, like bios. And then I realized they were ads to adopt these kids. And it was just like,
What the hell?
yeah, you actually need like a short, like 1-paragraph bio and a great photo to get these kids adopted like any other like product. And it was so like, I had so many
That's
feelings.
uncanny.
And I was like, I feel like I gotta adopt a kid now, like, kind of. Like,
Right.
holy moly. Yeah, that
It's
was
like
a
get
really
guilt tripped
intense
into-
experience. But also just like, I don't know, like just like the point of it also is just to literally see these cute kids that
Mhm.
are just going through their lives without like a family and
yeah, it
parents.
really
to
Yeah.
makes
care
you
for
want to
them.
adopt a kid. That's
Yeah.
It's just if you look at the world around you, you feel pain.
Mm.
It's so easy to just turn off. Like I never would look at that, but I totally like if we have kids, we should adopt kids. Damn,
Yeah.
it's just so nuts.
Yeah.
Hooey dooey.
Yeah.
You know, you can't help but feel like super lucky just for every single thing. If you're me, sitting in the front of the computer doing song challenges with my normal upbringing and my
Yeah.
comfortable life and my cool
Relatively
dog and
super easy life.
my piss wife and yeah, my life's easy. I feel like my life's easy.
Yeah.
I mean, there are hard things in it.
Of course,
like,
but that goes for
generally-
everyone.
I don't think I'm at risk of being out on the street. I'm not addicted to anything serious, you know.
Yeah. Just
All
Magic
right.
Magic the Gathering now.
Yeah. I just spent today. I bought 7,000 cards in bulk on eBay. Do you know how much that costs to buy 7,000?
You should tell them
Cards.
about it. I'm gonna get some water.
I bought
Okay.
I did buy 7,000 used Magic the Gathering cards in bulk because Jessica and I have this idea that we're going to go in and that's going to be all our cards. That's going to be it. We're going to invite our friends over and we're all going to make our own decks and we're going to play that way where we're like, instead of like getting competitive, getting ready to like play against people who are like really good, we're just going to get good at playing as a group and evolving our meta as our friends. So we've got, these are the cards that exist. None of this cycling with new seasons, rotation thing where you have to buy the new packs. We're not going to keep up.
Nope.
And then I found a video today. I haven't shown you this because we started playing Magic the Gathering together, which is really fun. There's this website where you can print out in really high quality any Magic card.
What?
Yep. You can print them out. So we just like figure out what we want. Like if you want to make the rat deck, for instance. You
Which is
figure
a
out-
very funny deck.
Yeah. You figure out and then then you can just like copy the whole deck list into this website. It'll make a printable sheet.
Wow.
You go to Staples.
Mhm. And I imagine you want to get a certain kind of paper.
You get normal paper.
Really?
And then you use lands and you stick those together in a sleeve.
Whoa.
Yep, you put a land in and then the proxy and then boom, we got our so we won't have to buy cards ever again.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Dang.
Everybody's doing it. Ever hear of Go Fish? And then
Hugo's in for a surprise.
Did Ben just take a weed?
I just took a weed.
Nice. How was the experience?
Boring.
Did you say underrated or overrated?
well, I feel hollow.
Yeah,
I'd say overrated.
that's fair.
You know Ben's new catchphrase, Hugo? Hypey dipey.
Hypey dipey.
That's such a streamer thing to say.
Hypey dipey. Hypey dipey.
Are you working on new videos, Ben? You
Yeah,
did the
I'm
guitar
making-
series. And then,
Oh, for YouTube?
yeah.
Well, I'm just making the movie for my album now.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm making Sweetie Cuties for shorts and like
Yeah.
TikTok and all that. But I like making the Sweetie Cuties. That's why I'm doing it. And it also it doesn't hurt to like have, 200, 300,000 plays on TikTok. And then those people, 2 of them bought my art prints. Which I never sell art prints if I don't. Like,
But actually, you have some
forever.
people that transition into that.
two
thing.
out of like 300,000 or so, but not complaining. But yeah, the album, I really like the way it's going. I really like the way that the movie for it is going. So I'm just gonna keep doing it, and I'm teaching lessons, and I've got a music video I'm gonna make for the client in October. So I'm just trying to get it done in September, so that in
Damn.
October I can just work on it on the other one.
That's a lot. That's stuff going on.
Ooh, Hugo, you might be interested in this, and the whole community might be interested in this, since we're all like song challenge people. This YouTuber called Struthless is very cool, and I mean has made a lot of videos about like creativity and like challenges and like cool like year cycle stuff. Like it's halfway through the year, and now what happens if you're off track? And just like very open with like the illustration book and YouTube stuff he does all together. And just started this challenge a few days ago that where there's like 2 weeks of preparation, so everyone here could be like part of it. But it's called alphabet something set alphabet. It's I'm not gonna say it right, but it's we're almost there. Alphabet superset. And the idea came from him reading an alphabet book to his baby daughter, where it's just like these beautiful pictures with every letter. And it was just like he's been struggling personally with like releasing things that he's made, and for like fear of rejection and stuff. And so he's starting a big challenge where it has 2 weeks to prep, and then once a week, every week you make something that is for each letter of the alphabet. And it could be like an illustration or a video or, you know, a song. It could be anything. But there's like a shape to like you molding your own thing and deciding your own like pieces of it. So like you pick the style, you pick the medium, you pick like
in advance.
In advance you pick like what you're gonna do the alphabet on. Like is it
so
will
that's
be
for
food
those
or
2 weeks
animals.
of prep work.
Yeah, that's where you like figure it out. And then there's also like some like extra weeks built in. But so the whole thing will be like 6 months. And so a bunch of people are doing it together. And I think I'm gonna do it. So I just wanted to tell you about it. Alphabet
I might be
themed, once a week thing.
If you do it, people, it will be revolutionary for you.
Yeah.
I can't imagine like pulling that off, 26 of those. I can't imagine you being any less than completely transformed.
And that's like that's the thing is like every time I've done a challenge, it's like revved me up so hard, and this is the longest challenge I've ever experimented with.
Sounds difficult, but also I like the planning phase.
Me too. And the thing that I am considering right now is I really want to make more YouTube videos and get more comfortable like talking in front of the camera, like me and the camera alone. And I don't know exactly what way it will form, but maybe it's like, you know, food or something. Food's really easy, you know, to think of every letter of the alphabet. Just like one apple, banana,
blueberry,
carrot, donut, you know.
Fart.
Food. and then like, you know, maybe I talk about the food and like animate the food and have a little a jingle or something at the end. So I'm like considering how to start this, and I'm really psyched about it. So I just want to tell you about it.
That's cool. Yeah, I'm interested.
Can you link the video where he talks about it? Thank you.
I'll do anything you want.
Yeah.
So he just has a video explaining the entire concept for the challenge?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
And then it tells you there's like a whole website to explain it like further, and you can sign up and you get the emails about the stuff.
Is he
Challenge
gonna?
is big and it starts today.
That's it.
Is he gonna do it himself on his YouTube channel or something?
He is. He's gonna do it on Instagram and YouTube, and it seems like just so smart. Yeah, he goes, this is his first year of being a father, and so I think what he thought the year would be and what the year actually are really different things. And he's just like, I want my creativity to be on fire, and so this is what I'm going to do.
Yeah,
that's
cool.
That's what I want to do too.
I'm gonna check it out.
Cool.
Are there crickets over there?
Yeah. We have crickets.
We do.
Okay.
Isn't
thought
that
I heard it.
crazy?
Yeah. we have some crickets.
Yeah, but right out the window, right over there.
Yeah.
There's
chill.
some crickets.
They like it here.
Yeah.
Good start for your ambient music.
Yeah.
He's not doing it.
Well, one fun
Stop.
thing, I recorded my new album here, so whenever I want cool ambience, I just compress the shit out of like the white noise in between my takes, and there's birds and crickets and
That's awesome.
cars driving by. There's lots of stuff.
Is there a lot of cars, or do you mostly get nature sounds?
It's mostly nature, but the trash comes around, or like
Sure.
every now and then there's like a oil truck.
Or someone vroom.
That's exactly right.
Okay, we got more songs.
We have a song from the 3 a.m. gang, which is Witch King. And is he even here today? Where's Scully?
Yeah.
Witch King?
Scully hiding? Well, it's Witch King and Scully, and it's called Recollection.
Nice. Love
Wow,
the
that's a
ending.
really pretty outro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really satisfying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice to hear the two very dry guitars working together there at the end to make that like, Animal Crossing, born and raised in your backyard, like very simple, small, modest,
Yeah.
pretty sound. Yeah, nice.
A bit of that indie rock
beautiful.
emo vibe going.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would listen to a song based on just that ending. Like
Oh, yeah.
all like if it was just that for 2 minutes, I'd be like,
They could do that
Yeah.
too. They could then do another collab where they start with that. And
yeah.
yeah, so the guitar parts are really cool. All the parts are really cool.
Yep.
But I like the guitar parts because that was the first thing I liked. So I wrote it down. I think the drums would blend better with the guitar if you had a smaller sounding kit that was drier. Right now, that kit sounds like it would fit in metal or like harder rock. But if it was more of like a kind of kit, maybe like just something that sounds like maybe it was recorded in a basement with like, yeah, just like in a small room, that would go well with those guitars and those tones. And the bass tone's really cool. That's sort of what I was thinking of for Mams when I was saying like, or you could bring the bass closer to the guitar tone. That would be like an example of that, where it's a bass where you can hear there's a lot more highs and mids, which maybe it's too far for the Mams song, but that's like the kind of thing I was talking about.
Yeah.
The bass part could have been palm muted sometimes. I think that would help, like the da da dum bum bum ba bum bum. It could be like da da dum boom 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 boom.
Mm-hmm.
There's some contrast there. Whereas picking all the notes, there's you're not accenting or exaggerating the contrast as much. And sometimes it's good to exaggerate the contrast as much as possible, especially with call and response. Da da dun, dum 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 dum, da da dun, dum 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 dum.
Yeah.
What do you think about compressing the track more? Maybe the drums also. I feel like it was, I don't know. It could use that, be more evened out. Also, maybe humanized a bit more the drumming. Like there's a bit more variation. I feel like the kick at some point was very samey, especially when it was that 4 on the floor kind of thing.
Yeah, the type of kick it was, I think, lent to that because it was like one of those
Right.
double bass pedal like clappy kicks.
Yeah.
Like a pat 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 pat. But if you had like one of those more muffled, like oof oof oof. See if I even have that kind of stuff here. But I think like for the compression thing, yeah, it does seem like there's like some distance between the different instruments that would it would help with that to compress them in like their own bus.
Yeah, there was a guitar that stuck out at some point also, where it was like that, like relatively just very loud compared to the other stuff that was going on. And you lose a lot of headroom also that way.
I don't have the kind of drums on here that I thought.
But yeah, I felt like those sections where we got the call and response added like a lot of contrast to the other section. And then same with the bridge coming in, and then same with the ending. Like I felt each time like basically like, oh, here we are in like a pretty like completely different world. And it was like refreshing as a listener to get to like those other kinds of sections and having like breathing like, this kind of thing for a while and then new thing, this kind of thing for a while and then new thing. Yeah, but I feel like this you might like stay with a couple of the ideas like longer, I guess. Like I know I'm saying like the contrast is good, but like those 4 different kinds of sections, there's the verse, the chorus, like the call and response section, and then the first bridge, and then the outro, and it felt like kind of like, especially the bridge and the outro, those sections I felt like could be completely different songs, like could be enough material. And I think like the chorus or the B section, like the da 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 dun dun da da da, like it just felt like it lived in this like kind of beachy place where it was fun, and then like the bridge and the outro were like winter places, and like more cozy and inside feeling. And I wonder if there is just like more like we're doing full beach, even though the sections are like super contrast, or we're doing full winter.
Right. Something that unified the different sections.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah. Also, because like that outro section was so nice. It's like it could be a song on its own, or like it could have been reused in some way to like have it be there more, because it was so cool. Such a cool bit.
Yeah.
I find when I'm writing music, that happens to me pretty often, is that I'm working on a tune and then there's a section that just I like it the most, and then I'm like kind of starting over from there.
I even like, especially when I'm like writing more often, I find like I know when I start that it's not going to be the very first idea I start with, it's going to be like the third. And like it's funny with lyrics, even like it'll just be like I have this pattern of like there's a whole like verse, and then the real song just like starts under it, and I always like I'm just crossing off the top of the page and being like, here we go.
Right. Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Well done, though. It was really nice.
It
Really
was.
nice
Good collab.
Very good
Very
collab.
beautiful.
Very worthy of the 3 a.m. gang.
Yeah.
Ram gam.
Also love the 3 a.m. game.
Damn gam.
True.
Damn game.
We have one final track from Dirty Daniels.
Ooh.
Dirty Daniels, which is none other than Randy Strauss.
Oh, a new name.
And Doctor Who.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
This is their second collab, I think.
It might be.
As I remember, not going to dox anyone, but they might live near each other, but I don't want to say where. But I was hoping this would happen. Cool.
Yeah. Dirty Daniels with Smoochy Smooch.
Reach the starting part by a low kick. I pulled the tags, but they're still on mode.
Resentment of this place.
heart and mind, my hands are stretched wide. I toss the rhyme, but I keep the
Hey, honey, it's me. I got your call. Yes, I really do feel like I really do feel like I want to have some Chinese tonight, so I'm gonna stop by and pick some up. I'll get your usual. Love you. Smoochy smooch.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah. Great shredding.
Oh yeah. I have a lot of good stuff to say about this. I really, really like
Let's
this.
hear it.
Yeah, that's quite nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Doctor Whom's all unhinged and wild. I like that.
Mm-hmm. His vocals are
Um,
great. I think it's the best
yeah.
I've heard
Yeah.
Doctor Whom sing.
Going for it big time. And
Yeah.
I feel like Doctor Whom, like one of the characters that their voice can be, one of them is the disgruntled person,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
which like the Office Space gonna destroy the printer.
Which is like very Nine Inch Nails, like the true origin of
Mm.
Trent Reznor,
He was
right?
disgruntled.
That's probably
He
why I
was
like it.
disgruntled.
Yeah.
And like this had very Nine Inch Nails sections, very Nine Inch Nails percussion.
Yeah.
and
For sure.
Cool.
Bit of shushu also with the pounding drum stuff. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Also really like the
Wonderful.
use of that slow bended notes. Like there wasn't like in the A section, not a pronounced like chord change in the sense of a chord progression, but like just the slow bending of that note up one semitone still creates some sense of harmonic change, of course. But it does it in a way that creates a lot of like suspense and tension. Like, I mean, it's literally more tension on a string. So I think it's a very cool way of creating that. You don't hear it very often, really. Cool slap back on the delay on the vocals there.
Mhm.
There was some kind of like Phrygian dominant sound in the first solo bit, like the wild freak out section. That was awesome. Really like that too. And good contrast. I mean, the sections, like,
Oh, yeah.
So cool to hear the like attacky sound of that main riff. Ding 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 ding. That's also be sludgy. Sludgy and attacky is cool. It's
It is.
like a swamp boat, like the first song. But this one's like more of an industrial like machine boat with like a rudder, and the other one's like you row it.
Mhm.
But
well, the B section
That's
made me feel like Alice in
Swamp
Chains
Boy.
a little bit.
Mm.
nice.
Yeah, the B section was very like kind of 70s rock vibe, I felt.
Right.
And very like smooth and softer. Yeah, and like much more like sunny feeling.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I feel like they gave each other a lot just being right next to each other. That was really cool.
Oh, your cam died. Yeah, very,
I have
very
to
cool.
press that button every like 30 minutes.
Yeah, don't have much bad stuff to say about this. I really like this. I think maybe you could do more like higher frequency ear candy things, just little things to, throw in there, like fun little bits. But I also didn't super feel like it was missing that. But it's something you could play around with.
I felt like the second time the B section came in, the transition was like really exciting. I think partially because like now we heard like the distortion in that section, and it felt like it slowed down right there or something. Like a tape slowed down, but I don't know if that was just me like mishearing it or something. But I was like, whoa. And then I was like, I was feeling like that distortion hanging out just like on top of everything till the end of the song felt a little bit out of place. Does that make sense? But
was that in the
I
second?
was reading the chat.
Should we listen to it, or
yeah,
whereabouts was it? The second B section, or
yeah? So like the end. Yeah.
Okay, let me try and find it.
Reach the start, part by a low kick. I pulled the tags, but I still want more. My thoughts aren't mine. My hands are straight trying. I toss the rhyme, but I keep the
Yeah. Like, I think in my mind, like, that maybe the distortion, like, kind of like feeling from the previous section is like automated out of that. Like, to make it, give it that like clear summary feeling that the first B section had, but like not right away, just kind of like, yeah.
Right.
But that's just like that's what I would do.
That's what you would do.
Sure, yeah. That's fair. Totally.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. Is we gotta get perspectives from other people, and ideally people who you trust. And I think we deserve. Here's why we deserve your trust, because first of all, we care about you, and we care about helping you get like useful feedback and get our ideas. Second of all, you should trust Jessica because she makes great songs.
This is very true.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And that's why you shouldn't trust me, because I wrote the song Constellations on Sea Stories. Where I say, where does Orion keep his belt when he's humping on all fours? Which I think is a bit of an awkward lyric now. I could have softened it up a little. But
It's a very hard lyric.
I was masculine back then. It's funny, my album
Strong
that's about
man.
the woes of the patriarchy is when I was like singing the most patriarchal like lyrics, but that's what it was all about. I've never been comfortable with the patriarchy. It has always sucked for me. I don't want to be like a football guy.
I thought you liked sports.
Actually, I don't like black swan sports. I don't like ballet. I don't like the sport of ballet.
That I totally understand.
Yeah. I liked Barbie movie more than Jurassic Park or the other one, Jurassic World.
What a controversial thing to say.
Well, I'm just saying, patriarchy didn't work for me growing up, and even though like I benefit from being a man in society, I don't like the patriarchy. What do you think of that?
Nice.
Thank you so much, Jessica. Thank you, everyone. I know. I'm
Well
cool.
done. Well done, Ben.
It is how I feel, and it makes me legit.
True. And that is why we deserve your respect, everybody.
Thank you for your trust. Trust me, as I told you should.
Leave the patriarchy at the door.
Dorks. Patriarchs are dorks. Patriarchs are dorks.
Well said.
But yeah, great song, Dirty Daniels.
Yeah.
Overall.
Absolutely. Great bunch of songs. There's 5 more
Thanks.
songs, maybe 11 if some people send in a song a little bit late. Witchman, you can do it. Friday, same starting time, 8 p.m. That is Western Europe time. That is 2 p.m. Eastern time
True.
on Friday. In the Discord, there will be a listening party of all of the songs hosted by our dear Sumika. Please go join it. I think it will be fun. That's the thing that'll happen.
Good day to do it.
Yeah.
Friday.
Hell yeah.
Make some popcorn.
This was good. Good feedback,
Turn on
guys.
the lava lamp.
I liked it.
Yeah, we did awesome feedback.
That was a lot more fun, I have to say.
I had
feel
more
like
fun.
we were able to provide
Yeah.
better information, and
Yeah,
that's really
yeah.
important because it'll be everyone's turn eventually, and then you'll get the best we can offer it. Normally, when I give that kind of information, people are paying me.
Oh, yeah.
You wouldn't believe my rates. They're paying me. Oh God,
So much money.
so much money, and
Dozens of dollars.
it hurts me to see them part with their cash. I feel bad for them, but I have no choice. One of the most appealing things about me, if you're a huge fan of me, is that I'm a good guy. I'm a good guy.
So I've heard there's a Patreon for you too, and for Jessica.
Yeah,
That's true.
And also, you can book lessons with all of us.
That's true.
So, hop on our DMs and we'll help you out. Of course, next time we'll have different people on. We'll do our best to always randomize it and keep it fresh. But thank you all for sending in songs. Very cool. I've listened to all of them. There's a bunch of other very cool songs you'll have to check out on Friday. And thank you, everybody. Hope you all have a good night. Thank you for co-hosting with me once again.
Of course. It's a no-brainer.
Hell yeah. Have a good night, everybody. Take care. We'll see you soon. Bye.